Welcome back to another Game Time Discussions. I'm Emery Cuzzy. I'm sitting here with Cameron Selby, and we're going to be going over the Week 17 slates. Super excited. We got lucky. We kind of got spoiled because we've had football multiple days this week. Of course, with college football, but also then, of course, Christmas on Wednesday, Thursday night football, 3 Saturday games, and then today 8 games, and then tomorrow a game. So, I mean, we got football constantly this week, and it's the best week of the year. It's the playoffs week for everybody that is still in their fantasy leagues and best ball and all that stuff. So this is a really big week, and we're excited to break it down. We're going to talk about the Monday Night Football slate between the Detroit Lions and the San Francisco 49ers. Do you have the total on this game, and is there any weather implications?
So there's possible rain in San Fran tomorrow, but it won't be as bad as any of the games that we play today. It is still the highest total for the rest of the weekend at 50.5. That kind of seems like the common theme of Detroit games, but obviously San Fran, again, they're out of the playoff hunt, but Brock Purdy's playing for a lot of dollar signs. So I think it'll be a fun DFS slate. I think it'll be more fun than tonight's actually.
Oh yeah, no, I completely agree. I think if you look at so let's talk about our game script and everything. I had it 34-24, which was why I was kind of teetering on like Detroit -4, but you had it 27-24. So it's very close in how we saw this game. I actually, 58 points. I'm digging the over. You are too, I think.
Just over.
Yeah, just over. I just think
it was a sweat until that last field goal.
Yeah. Detroit has scored 34 points in 3 straight. They've had too much firepower. I don't think San Francisco can keep up with them, basically. I think the injuries are a problem. Trent Williams being out's tough. They just signed Hennessy to a 2-year deal at left tackle, basically. Just too much talent on the Detroit side, but they are lacking on in their edge pressure and then also in their secondary. So there's still points to be scored by San Francisco. We're just going to have to figure out how they do it.
Mm-hmm.
And then for you, what'd you say?
Yeah, so I said 27-24 with Detroit. Both are looking really good, but Detroit is just out of bodies defensively. And even though Purdy and San Francisco is eliminated, they're still playing well fantasy-wise. At the end of the day, last week, we went with Patrick Taylor because Isaac Grindo was out.
Right.
But Debo was the same price, and we didn't even talk about him.
I'm dumb for that.
And I
feel so dumb for that.
Felt shameful because he obviously went off, and maybe we were still upset about him in the showdown a couple of weeks ago where he just said, I just need to touch the ball, and he
dropped the touchdown.
All of it.
Yeah.
All of it. But yeah, that was pretty shame on us. But Grindo is back today, or tomorrow, rather. So maybe he doesn't have as much rushing upside, but it's still a secondary that is just out of bodies. Juwan Jennings always projects pretty well, but both of them being under 8,000 makes a lot of things work on this slate.
Funny enough, my fade is Juwan Jennings.
Really?
And the reason my fade is Juwan Jennings is because I'd rather play Debo at the same price. So if you're going to play both, I guess I'm not against it, but like I'm playing Debo over Juwan Jennings is basically what I was saying when I put, Juwan Jennings as my fade.
Gotcha.
There's a couple guys we obviously have to talk about in our must plays. Your must play being Brock Purdy. He's been pretty good.
Yeah, both of our must plays would have been the exact same too.
Yeah.
And it's just lines on this game. We can't get away from Brock Purdy, 9,400. 2 of the last 3 over 25 fantasy points. He's got 300-yard upside, multi-touchdown upside, some rushing upside on occasion. But yeah, he's in a great spot. They're at home. Bad secondary now. And on top of that, cheap, easy options to stack as well.
Right. And then my must play is Jahmyr Gibbs. Why not? 11-6. Mucker's still out in his last 2 games, 28.4. He's just the guy.
Consistent.
he's pretty good at football.
Yeah, they didn't even need him done last week in the second half. But yeah, he basically had 100 yards at halftime in the score. Yeah, he's really easy to get to.
Yeah.
That's probably going to make us squeeze it like an Amon-Ra or a Jared Goff as well.
I know. I was worried about that.
Yeah, that was I picked Jared Goff as the fade, which is kind of scary in one of my leagues in the championship. He is my quarterback. So I hope that is not too crazy of a take, but he's actually been playing well. But San Francisco is much better against the passing game than they are the run game. And I think with Jared Goff's lack of upside, it just comes down to if they score 34 points, is he involved on 3 of these touchdowns? And if he is, you got to play him. And if he isn't, then I think you can get away at 98.
I'm going to so both of us picked Jameson Williams as our contrarian play. I love Jameson Williams at 8,000. I think that price is broken. And he's not going to get ownership like these other guys because you're going to have to pay up. to multiple Detroit players. So yeah, give me Jameson Williams at 8,000. My gosh. George Kittle's at 9,000. He's a fine range. I know Steiger is asking us to put George Kittle in the line. I absolutely love George Kittle. We will see. Obviously, I think that he is my favorite stackable option for Brock Purdy. But the price could be an issue more so than anything if I want to get to these other guys.
I think this is the type of slate I kind of want to just punt a 0 in with
Fair.
a minimum price
Fair.
and just pay up for 5 studs, and you're going to do well doing that. Projection wise, Chris Conley, we've seen him on a couple of Showdown slates be the highest projected, but he hasn't had a stat in a long time. So I don't know why. Like, I would force him in, but again, if he gets a 0, if I'm able to do a pay up for a good captain and still have 5 other options that are all involved on scoring opportunities,
right?
This is the type of game to do that, and so that's kind of the first thought that came to mind when I was doing this first look.
I'm trying to see who actually is getting snaps that's minimum priced.
Nobody.
Yeah.
Other than what is that price of? I didn't even put up Eric Saubert, so I'm assuming that he is more expensive than I want him to be. But even
16% of snaps is what he's getting. I don't know how much it costs though. Let's look.
He is. Let's see. He's 1,200. So yeah, not touching him. Brock Wright plays a healthy amount, but for 1,600,
that's all.
Can't do that.
Fair.
Really, all these cheap options suck. And even Tim Patrick, who's the highest value of all the guys that are probably projected stuff, him being 4,000, like that doesn't allow you to afford a ton. So, spending that high for somebody that's had back-to-back duds, I don't know if I really want to do that. So again, getting this, just give me a 0, and then being able to afford 5 guys up top is kind of what I'm really leaning to.
Where do you want to start? We can let's start with a Brock Purdy build, obviously, and then we'll go to the Jahmyr Gibbs build. Where would it admit, obviously, but
so then let's put up
Kittle.
Throw in minimum price guy.
Okay. Can do.
Is there a single guy that, hey, somebody's injured, he might get some snaps?
Well,
is that
Zylstra actually gets snaps? He actually gets snaps. I don't know.
Last time he caught a pass. It has not happened in a long time.
Okay.
Well, you can't even scroll.
There it is.
Yep. Week 11. I think Sam Laporta was even out that week. So that was the one where we were debating Brock Wright. Ronnie Bell has been a showboard. He's got 2 catch there.
I'm not confident.
Chris Conley. He had
1 catch on,
but he's played at least 3 snaps in 6 straight games. No more than 4 on most of them. But
Keyshawn
Vaughn, I don't even know if he'll be active, but if he is, he almost had
49ers practice.
He almost had a snap last week. So
yeah,
let's go with Chris Conley.
Okay, we'll just
do it.
Throw him in there. I think everybody's gonna do that though. But just saying, I'd rather play funny enough.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm gonna ride with Chris Conley with our San Francisco strong build.
Okay, we're gonna go Kittle.
I don't know if you can with this
one. Oof.
So unless we went down to one of the mid-tier captains, but the easiest thing to do is just go Jameson, Jennings, and Debo all together, and then just leave some money.
Wait, what? Jameson. Okay. What if I did?
And then you could possibly get up to no, you can't get up to Jahmyr.
Well, you could always, because I'm fading Jennings.
Put in Debo at captain.
I was gonna put Kittle. He's just.
I don't think you can.
He's 300 cheaper. Devo cap. That's fine.
That's enough for Mr. George.
Making it work over here, Steiger. Putting him in.
Yeah, and then that's enough to afford. If you prefer Juwan Jennings, he's projected better for what it's worth. Yeah, this is exactly what I want to do with the showdown like this.
Fair. Let's go the other side of it.
Okay.
Where we put Mr.
Jahmyr
Gibbs a captain. And we try to just shove other players in.
Okay.
Brock and both of these guys. Or just one of these guys. What do I have? 77.
You can get both tight ends. Does that interest you at all?
64. I'd rather have Jameson. How do I get him?
Are you sure? Because Sam Laporta's been doing really, really well. If you want to look at his game log, he's $5,800. And last he had 14 points. He had 21 the week before with 100 yards.
You want to look at
You know,
do you want to look at Jameson's game on?
hey, listen, it's baked in, but the week, I don't know. I'm just spitballing.
That's fair. Let's sorry, Kittle.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's gonna be crazy. I don't think I can do it actually. I was trying to get these two guys.
Mm-mm.
Okay. What about just wow, that's a lot of money.
I think it's also a kicker viable slate too. For
Yeah.
what it's worth, but
Which
obviously
is
can't afford. You can afford Jake Moody actually.
yeah.
with
And
this one.
I'm surprised he won't be there next year. But yeah, like I think that makes sense.
Yeah.
Sure.
Why not?
Okay, cool.
Fun stuff.
Well, we appreciate y'all hanging out with us. Let me stop sharing.
Yeah, good luck to everybody. Let's finish this year strong. Again, no live stream next week. We'll be starting the year in respective areas. He's actually going to the Texans game next week, and I'll be coming back from Dallas, going to the Texas State North Texas game because the Mean Green are going to get the piss beat out of them by these Bobcats over here.
Go Cats, go.
Yeah, it'll be a whole lot of fun. Hopefully you guys had a Merry Christmas. Hope you have a Happy New Year. Let's finish this year strong. Let's have an even better year next year. If you do have any last second start sit questions or anything of that nature, check us out in the Discord. We'll also be posting our final lines in there as well. And, hopefully we just keep on having a great week.
Absolutely. We appreciate you hanging out with us, and we will see you on the next one.